I talk to agencies every single day. So, at this point, I've talked to just thousands upon thousands of agency owners. And the number one way that agencies get more business, for better or worse, is through referrals, word of mouth. And while you absolutely need to be doing things that are generating ongoing leads for you outside of referrals, because this is not necessarily a consistent thing, right? It's not something that you could bank on that you're going to get X number of leads next month because you have a campaign running or you've invested in SEO and it's bringing ongoing leads and things like that. Like the way we've built our agency is through that. However, it is still a very viable, very profitable way to grow your agency. So I want to make sure we cover it, give you some best practices for you guys to consider to execute. So let me go ahead and we'll jump right in here. Number one thing about building referral marketing for your agency, there is no better marketing strategy when it comes to cost per lead. This is the lowest cost per lead that you're ever going to get. Like doing anything, everything else takes a whole lot of time, a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of money to invest in. When we talk about getting a referral from somebody, it's either free, right? You didn't have to pay anything for that referral, or maybe you have a referral program, which I'll talk to you about, maybe a suggested referral program idea. You can play with this and however you want to build it inside your business. That incentivizes this, but nevertheless, probably going to be one of the lowest cost per leads that you generate. And the closing rates, which also helps with this, it's going to be the highest, right? They got a trusted recommendation. Someone in their network said, hey, you should talk to this agency. I work with them. They're fantastic. There's nothing that will go further. No amount of marketing that could go further, even if you're running amazing testimonial videos and all that good stuff, because it came from someone they know and they trust, it'll go a long way, and you'll find that the closing rates are just amazing. So kind of want to just start there. So how can you automate referral marketing, right? So for a lot of the agencies out there, it just happens and they don't really do a whole lot to make it happen. And yet it's the number one way that they grow is because people are just constantly referring, and that's all fine and good. But if anything, we always want to systemize this. We want to, when it comes to generating leads, let's make sure that we're giving it the time and attention that it deserves, and we are making it as consistent as possible. So how can we automate it? So number one recommendation, kind of kick this off because everything else is going to flow into this. Build out what is your referral program. Is there anything? Is it just an ask? If it's just an ask, that's okay. If you're just, making the requests of, hey, would you mind referring? That's all fine and good. You could do that. You could build out, the program using exactly that. And a lot of the things that I can share here can still be used, even if it's just an ask without any incentive to the customer who's making the referral. However, it's valuable to consider, hey, maybe you build a whole referral program where you give them an incentive for doing so. What does that look like? So our whole model at that company is built on partners, and they refer people all the time. But that's more of an ongoing strategic partnership, white label type relationship. There's a percentage of revenue share there. I don't think you need to get into that business model with your customers. I don't think you need to give an ongoing piece of the pie for forever for referrals. But you could consider saying, hey, any customer you send our way, for whatever they pay us for the very first month of service, I'm going to give you a free month of service. So, and it, if they're giving someone that's equal to them, right? So if they send you a $1,000 a month customer, then and they're a $1,000 a month customer, cool. You could say, hey, I'll give you 1 month free. Obviously, if they're a $10,000 a month customer, you don't want them to think, oh yeah, I sent you a $1,000 a month customer and I'm going to give your service for free now. So you'll want some terms and conditions, but you could promote it as, hey, refer a customer, get a month free, and then when you they get to this page and learn all the different intricate details, you can lay out the actual details of like, hey, you know, it's same for same of like, you send me a customer of this size, they sign up, cool, then you'll get that discount. And that can be a pretty exciting program if you really structure it and lay out all the details. So let me share some of the landing page elements that you might want to include. So one is a video, first off, thanking them for even visiting the referral program page and checking it out, and even considering referring someone over. So thank you so much for checking this out. Very much appreciate it. Explain whatever the details of the program are. Hey, refer over a customer, whatever they pay us for the first month, we take that off your bill, for the next month for you. Maybe that's the program. Maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 20%. Maybe it's a flat fee of $500 or $1,000, whatever you want to make it. But explain the program in detail, get them excited about the program, paint the picture. What does this mean for them, right? And this could be, I take it off your bill. This could be, I send you an Amazon card for the whatever amount that you want to detail. So that might be more exciting for someone that's not the entrepreneur that owns the business, that might get the benefit, right? Hey, I personally get an Amazon gift card for making this referral, and it's not just that value's passed on to a company that doesn't affect me. You could determine how you could lay it out of, you could pick either or. We take it off your bill. I could send you an Amazon card, whatever the case might be. So get them excited about the program and apply it to them, and how it's going to affect their life. Get them thinking about people they might know. So just kind of start laying out, like, just talk them through it of like, hey, there might be family and friends, and detail who's your target market. Who are you trying to work with? Who are the best people for them to actually be introducing to you? So that way you're not, awkward in that exchangement of like, oh, thanks for sending your friend Bob over to me, but Bob can only spend $200 a month. And that's not going to be helpful to anybody. It's, and now they've made a referral that you can't do business with. And so everybody kind of looks bad. You don't want that, right? So get them thinking about the people that actually want to talk to, that you can actually help. And then kind of talking, are there friends, are there family, are there other business professionals, are there people on LinkedIn that you've connected with? Get them thinking about all the different areas that they might know people that might be good for an introduction. Okay, so get them through that. Remind them of the services you provide. So this customer might only engage with you for one service that you offer. And so they might only think about you that way. Oh, I use you for pay-per-click, and let me send someone that might need pay-per-click. Oh, I didn't even realize you offered SEO, social media, reputation management, blah, 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 email marketing, website development, etc. Detail all the services that you provide. Two benefits here. One, you're kind of reminding them of the service you provide, and that might lead to an upsell opportunity with that particular customer because of that reminder. But it's also detailing, hey, there's more ways to think about you when they're making these introductions than just oh, hey, this is my pay-per-click guy, or this is just my web dev guy, etc. Tell them about any free value that you're going to provide the introduction. Make them feel good that whoever they're introducing is going to get value no matter what, that it's not just pure sales, right? People want to know that their friends, their introductions are going to be well taken care of. That they're not going to feel forced or obligated or hard sold into a program. People are hesitant to make an introduction because, in essence, it takes a little bit of the goodwill, and you're representing them at that moment, right? And are you making them look good, or are you not making them look good? Are you making them feel like, oh, man, John just sent me into a sales presentation, dang it. Now John doesn't feel good about making introductions. Or, oh, wow, John sent me into this thing and they provided this whole free competitor analysis. I just learned so much. Wow, thank you so much, John, for making the introduction. This is great. Whether or not they do business, making them feel good about the fact that when they make an introduction, that person always walks away with value is good. Okay. And remind them of that, so they feel good about doing the introduction in the first place. So this is what you could detail on a landing page about the program. And then maybe at the bottom of this, you go, hey, make your life even easier. Here's an email introduction template you can copy and paste. You don't even have to figure out what to say or anything like that. You can change this up. You don't have to, copy and paste exactly, but here's how you might introduce someone to me. Now you're giving them the words. Now you're setting yourself up better. You made their life a little bit easier when they're making the introduction. So you can give all these things when they go to this place to learn about your referral program, how it works, making them feel good and excited about it. So those are the elements that I would highly recommend you would put on a page to talk about your referral program and how it works. So how do you go beyond this of automating it, of getting exposure into the referral program? Oh, real quick. Here's an example of an email introduction template you can copy and paste. So actually, I wrote a blog on this very topic about automating referral marketing for agencies. What was it, 2020, something like that? It's a couple years ago. So I went and found it and it helped me build this for today. So here's an email introduction template. Gave an example of what one might look like for us, right? Of, hi, name, just want to write you a quick email, make an introduction to connect good people with good people. I've been working with that company to handle my digital marketing. I've enjoyed working with them. In my experience, that company's team is knowledgeable and talented. I'm glad to have their assistance. They informed me that if I knew of anyone they could help, they would provide that contact with a free competitor analysis on their top 2 to 3 competitors. I've copied Jasmine Youngman on this email address. She can help by running that analysis, scheduling a day and time for you to meet with their team. You can also go ahead and pick a day and time here. Boom. If they wanted to give a link, they could. I hope you are well and that you find this introduction as well as the competitor analysis beneficial. Boom. I have given them a nice little template. They can play with it however they want to play with it. But I've made a suggestion of exactly how they might introduce us to set us all up for success. So there you go. So how do you promote it? So now that you got your landing page, easily, every single, in your signature block, it could be talking about your referral program over and over and over all day long. Now, this didn't make a whole lot of sense for that company. I put it out there as an example, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense since most of my emails are going out to partners who are referring people, and so it's not like the indirect direct customer for us. But this absolutely makes sense for our agency partners to have in their signature blocks. So what it might look like, let me just show you. Oh, you and every single one of your employees, contractors can passively, every time they send an email, be demonstrating at the forefront, hey, we have a referral program. This is how it might work. I actually put it in my email signature for a period of time. I put it in red. So want a free month of service, ask me about our referral program. Done. But I could also, I could easily see where you could say, well, want a free month of service, check out our referral program, link off to your landing page about your referral program. Or it gives all the details where it's got that video where it gets them excited about it. Invoicing. Probably never a better time to get someone excited to send someone to you and reduce what they pay to you than when they're having to pay you. So every time you're sending out an invoice, you can be reminding them of, passively. So with the invoice that you're sending out, it could just literally be part of the invoice template. Just a reminder, if you refer a friend, you can get a free month of service. You can learn more about our referral program here. Every single time, every month, they're getting that receipt, that invoice, whatever it is. They are constantly hearing and seeing about that referral program and how they can get a free month of service or whatever it is that you want to detail. I think the free month of service sounds and looks pretty classy, gets them kind of excited. It's significant enough. They make one introduction every single month. They could ultimately get a year of service for free. That gets exciting. So beyond signatures, beyond invoices, what else can we do? Habitually. So this becomes a part of your habits. A part of your habits as you're looking at work that other team members are doing. Whenever you achieve a goal for a client, what a great time to remind them. How that might look. Email looks something like this. How does it feel? We just achieved X goal milestone, woohoo. Reminding them of what they're paying you for and the fact that you're doing good things, going outside of just the, hey, this is what we got to work on this week. And hey, here's your regular reports, but taking the time to acknowledge milestones. So as marketers, it can be really easy for us to go, oh yeah, this is just common stuff. This is what I'm paid to do. I am paid to do this, and thus this is an expected result. And so you don't take the time to celebrate those small wins, but those small wins to you, because you're just so used to them occurring, are big wins to the customer because they may not be used to them occurring. Taking a ranking for a keyword and getting on page 1 for a keyword that they've never had before, that's a reason to celebrate, not a reason for it to just be on a report and of, oh yeah, we hit position 8 for that keyword, or we hit position 3 for that keyword, and just let it go by. No, let's remind them that we have done this cool thing. And P.S. I'd love to work for you for free next month. What? You'd like to work for me? You just achieved this thing. You'd like to work for me for free next month? Oh, as a reminder, if you refer a friend, you can get a free month of service. Not to mention, we'd really appreciate it. Learn more about our referral program here. Right back to that landing page. You can integrate it in this area as well. Anytime you go above and beyond. So there are times when you go above and beyond to the call of service of what you have been paid to do. And this has occurred many times. What we actually do here at that company when we go above and beyond for our customers, we will often send them an invoice saying, hey, we worked really late on this project that was beyond what we were paid to do. This is how many hours it was. This is how much it cost. And we netted out to $0 as a valued customer. Thank you so much for your ongoing business. And so we just demonstrate the value that we provided to them, but we don't charge them for it. If it was us just going above and beyond, right? But we want to make sure that they do see, hey, we went above and beyond. So beyond that, though, like thinking of a particular client instance when I'm talking about this, our team did it. We got the server back online at 2 a.m. This is not our problem. Like, this is not what we were hired to do. We're your SEO, pay-per-click people. We solved this big tech problem of your website went down, and this was this huge issue, and your IT team couldn't do it, but our IT team did it. 2 a.m. we were up to 2 a.m. We fixed it, right? And this is during your most important time of the year, during Christmas. I'm really thinking of a very specific example in our past. We have just made sure that you are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 today because your website is back live when no one else could fix it. P.S. I like to work for you free next month. As a reminder, if you refer a friend, you can get a free month of service. Not to mention, we really appreciate it. Learn more about our referral program. Hit them. So here's the thing. Once service has been rendered, the value of that service is decreased in the eyes of the person that has received the service already. They've already gotten it. And in fact, if you read up on negotiation, you have far more power in negotiation before you render the service than after you render the service, right? Like, you've already done it. But nevertheless, this is a moment in time when people will go that just very, very freshly, it's just happened. That is your moment of ask. Otherwise, you wait a week, a month. That moment is gone. That feeling of I want to reciprocate is gone. I've moved on. Cool, you fixed it. You went above and beyond last month. So what? It's this month. So making sure you're using those moments in time to generate that next referral can be very powerful. Number 6, quarterly email to all clients that are happy, sent by their account managers. This is where we actually make a specific ask. So you might not send this out to customers that you have yet to have something really exciting to talk about yet, where they're brand new, you haven't hit that goal, or maybe this is just not the quarter to have sent it because we had XYZ problems or whatever the case might be. But for all your happy customers that that you're achieving the goals that you're supposed to be achieving, their account manager, not some salesperson, not the CEO, but their account manager, the person they have a relationship with that they want to reciprocate to because that person is doing good things for them every day, not some faceless email blast that everybody gets from sales@insertbrandname.com, but the person that they're working with. It'll go a long way when they get a quarterly email. Looks like something like this of, hey, as we conclude Q3, Q4. I want to take a moment to say it's been a pleasure working with you. We have achieved X, Y, and Z, reminding them why they're hiring you in the first place. So this helps with the retention, as well. We've achieved X, Y, and Z this quarter, and I hope you are as happy with our progress as we are. This also can pull out anything that you may not realize, like, oh, well, there's this thing, whatever it is. Like, we tend to be fearful of any kind of negative feedback. We don't want negative feedback, but at the same time, it's better to hear it than to not hear it, especially if you think things are going well. For that perception to be changed or corrected if that's not the case. But anyways, generally though, if you're sending this out, you really believe that everything's going well. We've achieved X, Y, Z. I am looking forward to continuing to produce more success in your next quarter. I like to to be intentional and ask my clients if they would consider doing the following. And then you could make several different asks here. One could be, hey, would you mind taking 10 minutes right now to consider who you might be able to introduce to me? Here's our referral program, so you can know what that's all about. And we love to reciprocate by you getting a free month or multiple free months of service. So you insert your ask. So that might be the introduction, right, which is number 2 on this list. But it could be, we've done great things, we'd like a review. That's powerful. That'll sit out there in front of multiple people that are considering your brand and doing business with your brand. Reviews have a much higher power than it's invisible that we just don't see every day. And you could specifically insert that into your sales process to show them off. The chances are people are looking at that stuff anyway. So asking for those reviews, getting more of them. I know of brands, agencies that they incentivize their project managers of like, hey, if your name is specifically mentioned in a 5-star review, you're going to get a $25 gift card or $50 gift, whatever it might be. So they're incentivizing people to make those asks. And it must be from a customer, right? We're not asking all of our friends to go out and write something that's not true. But if you get a 5-star review from a customer and they mention your name, we'll give you, this incentive. And then might be asking for that introduction instead, not a review. Tell them about the program, or it could be saying, and this is where he kind of changed up each quarter. It's not just always one thing. It could be saying, hey, we've been doing great in this section. I'd like to make an intentional request. Let's have a conversation about how we expand our relationship into XYZ. This service that I think that you should be doing, that we should be doing together. Like, we've been doing amazing on Facebook ads. We've generated, 2,000 leads. You've got 2,000 emails now. You're not doing an email marketing campaign. Oh, we should be doing an email marketing campaign. Good upsell opportunity. So looking for what is that custom ask. That's it. 30 minutes in and out, done. I guess it's 25. So, and this is the blog, thatcompany.com/referral-marketing, where it has a lot of this information as well. If you guys want to check that out, you can copy and paste some of this information. Are there any questions about this? And then beyond questions, if you've actually executed any of this, or if you've gotten, if you have a certain way that you've generated referrals, I would love for you guys to actually just share some of that. So questions and/or share with the class about how you generate referrals. Anything extra that you would add to this list?